Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 7 of Mega Man and Base. We are actually still in King 2, and this is where we end up after being that King tank. So yeah, we're going to be here a while. In fact, the rest of the video will be King 2, as I will cut away between Mega Man and Base throughout this video, because near the end, they will have dialogue with King, and that dialogue will be a bit different from depending on the character you're playing. Alright. Anyway, there are opportunities to heal oneself to restore your weapon energy if you have used weapon energy during the King Tank section. Like I did with both Mega Man and Base, I used both Remote Mine and Lightning Bolt as both because, well, I just wanted that thing dead. It was taking too long, and I just wanted that thing gone, destroyed, and yeah. But the worst is yet to come. Oh, I am dreading what's coming up. I mean, King Tank, it is manageable. It is manageable, but tedious and boring. Oh, what's coming up? What's coming up? Oh, God. Oh. Anyway, you can use these tellies here to farm for energy if you need to. That's pretty much why they're there. Well, in addition to annoying you, because that's what tellies do. They've been annoying Mega Man since Mega Man 2. But, don't worry, folks. I'm not gonna show you getting energy because, well, that'd be too boring. That'd be a bit tedious. But I'll cut out to certain portions and. Oh, God. Yeah, folks, this is the reason it took me so long to get Mega Man parts uploaded. Well, between this and part 6, because I was trying to get through a bunch of King stages, all the King stages at once, because, well, I just want to get it over with. I just want to get it out of the way, because, oh, jeez Louise, they take forever. I just want to make sure I have all health, all full weapon energy, all full item health energy and stuff before we move onward. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. My throat hurts a little. But folks, here it comes. Here comes the most ridiculous part of the King 2 stages. Of all the King 2 stages. Of all the stages. Oh, God. Here we go. Here it comes. Well, first of all, this stage does not want to wait. I mean, it just wants to say, go, go, get a move on. But here it comes. Oh no, not this section. That's right, we have to face another boss. And one, I hate this because, first of all, we have auto-scrolling. And two, we are on platforms that pop up from the ground over bottomless pits. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. And here it is, folks, the King Lane, or Jet if you want to call it. Basically, this boss has a number of attacks that can screw Mega Man over. One, it will produce these giant fists, which will destroy the platforms, and if it destroys a certain platform that you need to get to, well, you're pretty much screwed. Second, it can shoot a laser from its red gem here, and it cannot be dodged. It cannot be dodged. However, you can destroy the red gem to prevent it from firing its laser by destroying it, and I would recommend using remote mines to do so. And here's the thing, the red gem will continue to spawn. So yeah. Third, it will produce these bubbles. Some of them will have health and weapon energy, which is convenient. And there will be some that will contain these white, I'm guessing flash things. When you touch that, the whole screen will go white, blinding you momentarily. And if you're not good at your jumping abilities or memorization of the level structure, well, you're screwed. You will fall down a bottomless pit and die. And you will have to start from the beginning of the second portion of King 2 just to get back here, because it doesn't save between here and, well, it doesn't save between the, well, let's just say the game does not save at the right time, as it were. It's like, ugh. And of course, its weakness is at the top of the dome, and it'll take a lot of shots. I mean, it would help if there were some kind of health meter for for this machine and the other machine. It's like, it would have helped. And you think I'm doing awesome now? You think I'm doing great? Oh, folks. This took me hours. Hours playing as Mega Man. I died here a lot. This is the run I got lucky. I mean, it's like 1 part skill, 2 parts lucky. And, oh, geez Louise. I mean, there are times in which the blinding light could trip me over. There are times where those hands can destroy a platform that I need to get to. It's like, ugh. And here's the thing. I had to do this section again as base. And when you play as base, well, basically the platforms that pop up are a little bit further apart. That's because base has superior jumping abilities in the double jump. And here's the thing. I only died once during this section. Once. I am not kidding. I only died once as base, and I was like, okay. It's like, yeah, this is definitely Mega Man biased here, folks. I mean, I was playing this section over and over and over and over again. It's like, for a few hours. I'm not kidding. At some point, I had to take a break. I had to take a break from this game for, well, pretty much the rest of the night. And the next day, when I felt refreshed, I came back here and beat it on 1 try. I was like, sometimes you need to rest, relax, clear your mind of such things, and you'll be able to get past it, no problem. But yeah, that was that section. It's like, oh god, that was ridiculous. Oh my lord. Blech. The good news here is that the hard part is over. Now it's somewhat smooth sailing, I guess. Anyway, that section we just passed, we had to use the ice block in order to make it across those spikes. Of course, if you have a shock guard equipped, or if you have base, you can make it no problem without the ice block. I mean, they would still be an obstacle, but you can make it. Now this section here, you have to use Spread Drill to destroy this ice block. And as base, he can just double jump across. Mega Man, you would have to use an ice wall and jump at the right time. And yeah, that's not fair. Not fair at all, but I'm guessing that's the way the designers designed the game, I guess, to make it a little more challenging if you play it as Mega Man. You gotta love the ability to change how you shoot your weapons. Like here, I just switched to the shooting through walls so that I can own this Sniper Joe from a distance. Not so mighty now, huh? Shield's not helping you now. But of course this thing right here will get me. See? Ow. But it doesn't really matter. We are actually here at the home stretch. We have reached the boss door to King's Room. That's right, we will be facing with the big guy himself on the other side. So, yeah, this will be exciting. And past me here as being an idiot, I should have gone for the less damage thing, but, oh well, what can you do?
Welcome. I never thought I would meet you here. I suppose that I have underestimated you. But your journey will come to an end here. You should feel honored to be destroyed by the king.
Alright, here we go. The fight with King begins. Now what we have to do here is not attack him. I repeat, not attack him. Because if you fire any shots at the king, as long as he has a shield, the shield will fire back. And yeah, so all you have to do is just dodge the series of X's that he produces. And some are difficult than others, depending on, well, which character you're playing. I mean, Base can jump over them, but sometimes he can get caught by one of them. And Mega Man, he can slide over the ones going up. I mean, there's definitely a pattern going on here. And once he does it 3 times,
I can handle this.
Nope.
It seems I have no choice but to resort to extremes. Base, stay back. I'll put my whole energy into the next shot.
Proto Man, you don't need to do that. I'll destroy King by myself.
I owe this guy, and now it's time to pay him back. Funny, but so very reckless. Big Bang Strike! This can't be!
What? What power? Proto Man stole the spotlight. Base, the show is not over yet. He is still alive.
That's one down, and now you are next.
Okay, the real fight begins. What you have to do is equip Lightning Bolt, his weakness, and just have at it. Just make sure you equip the less energy spending ability first so that you can use Lightning Bolt over and over and over again and spam as you please. Because, well, if you have that less energy spending module equipped, you can spam Lightning Bolt and you'll have just enough to defeat him. Although sometimes I have a little extra leftovers, just, yeah. And you have invincibility frames while you summon the lightning, so yeah, it's really super effective here, folks. And just like that, yeah.
You won. Why do you fight so hard for these pitiful humans? Robots are superior to humans.
But it is humans who created us.
Maybe, or maybe not. Just put me out of my misery. But before that, we better let him evacuate. That way, he has a chance to be repaired.
Well, that's nice of you, King. That's very nice of you indeed.
Don't worry about him. I beamed him out of the castle. After all, I am the Lord of Robots. That means that I don't want to see our species destroyed.
Okay. Before I go, you must tell me something. Who's your father? Who's your creator? Who created you?
What if I say it was Dr. Wily?
Huh? What? Oh, I agree with you, Base. I agree with you right there. King, what happened to you? Are your logic circuits damaged? Your enemy is right in front of you.
I don't understand. Why do robots have to fight each other for the sake of the humans?
You piece of junk. I'll boost your brainwashing level. And yeah, Dr. Wily's behind it again. Let's see how Mega Man fares, shall we? Again, like Base, you have to go through that hole dodging the X thing 3 times before this happens. And during this whole thing, I actually had my auto healing equipped, so you can see Mega Man's health slowly rise during this scene. So, see, Mega Man has an advantage here.
Mega Man, stand back! I'll put my whole energy into this next shot.
Wait! If you do that, you may overheat or explode.
I owe this guy, and now it's time to pay him back. Funny, but so very reckless. Big Bang Strike!
Yeah, call out your attacks, Base.
This can't be!
Proto Man, are you alright? Proto Man, let's evacuate now. Can you put your arm across my shoulders?
What are you doing? Are you going to waste my sacrifice?
He has a point, Proto Man. Mega Man.
You must finish him for me. Enough.
The cool thing about this sequence is when Proto Man does his Big Bang Strike, he actually manages to destroy the room. Well, wreck it a bit. I mean, you can see that the statues are destroyed, the flags are torn, and a part of King's chair is wrecked. Surprisingly, the screen is intact, but yeah, I like this nice little attention to detail. Alright, yeah, once again, we are owning King thanks to Lightning Bolt. It's super effective, yada yada yada. And again, Mega Man has the advantage of invincibility frames every time he summons lightning. So, yeah. I mean, for some reason, I had to use all of it. I don't know why, but, yeah.
You won. Why do you fight so hard for these pitiful humans? Robots are superior to humans.
Superiority is not the point.
Maybe, or maybe not. Just put me out of my misery. But before that, we better let him evacuate. That way he has a chance to be repaired. Don't worry about him. I beamed him out of the castle. After all, I am the Lord of Robots. That means that I don't want to see our species destroyed.
King, let's evacuate together. Dr. Light can heal your wound.
That isn't possible. I'll explode if anyone but Dr. Wily tries to operate on me.
Dr. Wily created you? Oh boy. You know, this is a perfect time to bring up this whole change that Dr. Wily had. Well, starting with Mega Man 8. He goes from having this lab coat, being a scientist, to wearing a supervillain getup with a cape, thinking he's like a vampire or something. And to be fair, it's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. And I'm glad he went back to the whole lab coat thing later. So, yeah. And, King is asking, what is he fighting for? Not surprising, a later Dr. Wily creation asked the exact same question. Well, something like that. And apparently brainwashing him turns him purple. So is it grape flavored or something? I can imagine it's like, has a grape texture to it and it stained King's armor. You know when you drink something like a red punch and it spills on your clothes, especially if you're wearing whites and it stains and it's difficult to get out? I hate stuff like that, but yeah. Anyway, here we are at the final boss of King 2. It's a combination of all the bosses, the King Tank, the King Jet, and King himself. This is the Jet King Robo, or Robo King Jet, or whatever the heck it's called. Basically, it's a giant robot that we have to fight. And yeah, this is going to be fun. Now, Mega Man here actually has the advantage for once. He has this platform here so that he can reach the top of the giant robot to strike at the dome, King's weakness. So, yeah. And he can use that platform to shield himself from the mines that shoot from the robot's body. Yeah, because this thing has a combination of attacks from, well, the previous bosses. It has the Jet's ability to shoot that hard-to-dodge laser from its red gem, and like before, you can destroy it by using remote mine or something like that, but it will always respawn. And it has the King Tank portion of trying to run over Mega Man and shooting mines at it. However, it does have a new attack. It can shoot these things right here, which will continue to harass Mega Man, and I would suggest using Wave Burner to destroy them because, well, it's it can get rid of them easy. In fact, Wave Burner is this boss weakness, so the problem with that, though, is you have to wait for the tank to come closer so that you can hit them, like so here. And you can also run the risk of getting injured. But in Mega Man's case, he has the advantage because he has auto recovery, and he can stand underneath the platform to, well, dodge those mines because, yeah. I mean, after all the trouble Mega Man has gotten in this game, it's nice for the game to give him something, like throw the dog a bone or something like that. So, that's nice. overall, this boss isn't too hard. It'll take some time and patience, and yeah. So is anybody really surprised that Dr. Wily hijacked the plot again? In a way, I'm not, because even though it's like quote-unquote Gaiden game, it's still your basic Mega Man game, complete with 8 Robot Masters and something like that. So yeah. You know, as a matter of fact, I believe this is the first game in a while that we had a hijacking plot. I mean, the last one was Mega Man 6, and it was just Wily disguising himself as Mr. X to steal some Robot Masters. So, yeah, it's a pretty lame one, but still, hijacked by Wily. You know, this whole... They should rename the TV tropes page Hijacked by Ganon, Hijacked by Wily, because Wily does the most hijacking in any game series, as far as I know. I mean, sure, Ganon has done better in quality, I guess, but Wily has done more in quantity, folks. Quantity. I mean, yeah. And to be fair, Wily did hijack a certain other Mega Man series, and I'm going to leave it at that if you don't want me to spoil it. But I think we all know which series we're talking about. And I decided to Mega Buster him for the rest of this fight because why not? I mean, it's a little bit more difficult, but it is possible to Mega Buster the top of the dome. So, I do like this boss music here. I mean, it's nice. And again, I like the GBA version because it feels more right to me for some reason. I know the version of this music for the Super Famicom version, or the SNES as they call it. Well, screw it. Nah, never mind.
You should leave this place now. This place could explode at any moment. King, you must come with me. Of course, I'll leave this place too. But only after you go first.
Okay. Bye.
He's gone. I wish I had a transportation system in me. Goodbye, Mega Man. Don't let other robots suffer my sad fate. I'm counting on you.
Base will have the more difficult time because he does not have the platform to help him because, well, remember, he has the double jump, and even that, it will not work. What you have to do here is use the dash ability and get onto the wall. And if you do it just right, Base can do a somewhat makeshift wall jump to get the distance necessary to reach King at the top. You can also use treble boost if you need to, so yeah. But otherwise, the same strategy applies. Now, as I was saying, I like the music here better than the Super Famicom, that's what they call the Super Nintendo in Japan, version better because, again, it clicks on me. And I'd like to make a correction here, folks. Back in the King defenses area where we have to take out those defenses, in Tengu Man's defense room, you don't have to use Ice Wall if you're playing as Mega Man. What you do have to do is just shoot the Tengu Blade at the wall and it will bounce upward towards the defense. And I would like to thank Shade Ketchum for reminding me of this because, well, it's been a while since I played this game. I don't remember every nook and cranny of it. So yeah, I'm only human. I make mistakes. So yeah. Is this boss dead yet? Again, I normally don't show off the bosses as two separate characters, but since we're getting near the end and the dialogue is different, I might as well, because, yeah. And again, Waveburner destroys these orb things, but in Base's case, he only has one to contend with. Mega Man had multiple white things to contend with, so, But anyway, 2 more shots and he's dead. Remember to equip the Super Base Buster in order to defeat him.
You should leave me this place now. This place could explode at any moment.
King, what are you going to do?
Of course, I'll leave this place too. But only after you go first.
Bye.
He's gone. I wish I had that transportation system in me. Goodbye, Base. I think we could have been good friends.
Really? Base and King friends? Right. Okay. Well, anyway, we have completed King 2, and now the time has come for us to once again face off against Dr. Wily in the next video. So, see ya then.